What up, fam? It's your favorite cousin, your favorite uncle, your favorite nephew, your favorite brother, your favorite father, your favorite son, your best friend's best friend. It's me, Dr. Larry, and welcome to Living For You, the YouTube channel. As I always say, this is a safe space, a positive place in which we come together, we gather our thoughts, we share information, and we grow together. That's the whole purpose of this channel. For those of you who are loyal, faithful subscribers, guys, you know I love you. You're my people. You're my family. We are together. I appreciate all the support, the love, the messages, the comments, and all of the stuff that you give. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We are a growing community, and I'm so happy to say we are increasing in our size, and that's always a beautiful thing for this kind of positivity on the internet. To those of you who are brand new, hi, welcome. Thank you for joining the family. You are officially part of this clan, this crew. And like I said before, you're my people, so we're here to grow together. That is our mission, to grow and to spread positivity and light, useful information, education, entertainment, just enjoy ourselves together here in this moment right here on this channel. To those of you who watch, because I know some of you watch, but you haven't quite hit that subscribe button yet, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and subscribe. There's no point in sitting here enjoying all of this, sharing in this, communicating, working together if you're not going to become part of the family. This is a family of love. It's a safe space. It's a positive place. It's a wonderful family. So join the family. If this is your first time seeing me, I am Dr. Larry Smith. Hi. I am many things: entrepreneur, theologian, life coach, life and spiritual coach. The list goes on and on and on and on. Just Google something. You can find out quite a bit about me. I'm a professor, historian. But if you want to know more about me as far as what I do and what's the purpose of this channel and the purpose of my business, which is Live For You Coaching, you can go to www.liveforyoucoaching.com and you can read my bio and you can get a whole bunch of other things as well. There's resources out there if you're dealing with the trauma and you can't quite shake it and get through. There's resources to help you get through. In fact, there are courses there. I have a free course called The Positive Me exercises. That's really something that might be useful to you. But then there are also paid courses like the Think program and the Accept program, and there's others that are being added. And you can get all of them, or you can just get one of them, whatever works for you. And if you want more, you can also sign up for one-on-one coaching with me, yours truly, Dr. Larry, via the phone, via Zoom, or if you're here in the LA area, close enough to where I live, then we could probably meet face-to-face and have a coaching session face-to-face. They're affordable, they're great, they're powerful, impactful, and will change your life. So once again, if you want to deal with any of that or just simply get to know more about me, you can go to www.liveforyoucoaching.com. And if you want to just follow me on social media, because a lot more people really just like following me, and you can kind of get a chance to get into my head and what I'm thinking about certain things and how I feel. And there's some things that are political out there. There are things that are comical out there. There are things that are enlightening and informative and encouraging and all kinds of things out there. If you want to follow me on social media, there's pictures of me and videos of me and all this stuff. You can do that at Instagram and at Facebook at Dr. Larry Smith, which should be here on the screen. So that's about it. But I wanted to get into kind of, it's a serious topic, but of course I bring my own perspective on it from my take and my personality. And it is the knowing when to let someone go, when to release it and let it be into the universe, away from you and out of your spirit, out of your life. Many times we hold on to things and it does us more damage to hold on to it than to just simply let it go. There's actually this really cool meme I've seen floating around. If I can find it, I'll blast it up here where you can see it, where there is this guy or this hand holding a rope and the person is wounding themselves by just simply trying to hold on to the rope. And it is the perfect visual of what we're saying and what I'm talking about here. You know, many times we have people in our lives, we have situations in our lives, circumstances, jobs, addictions, anything, or you know, thought processes, ways of thinking, religions. There's a whole list of things you can put into a category of things that do you more harm to keep them rather than to just let them go. I say this for myself, and when I'm speaking this and I'm talking this to you guys, I actually have this same witness to myself. I have to tell myself these things, especially as it relates to family. my notion of family is this. I believe family, there's the family you're born into, and then there's family you create. And sometimes the family you're born into, we are conditioned in our mind, maybe group thinking, our culture, whatever the case may be, that we always have to accept our family for just being our family. All of the kinks and bruises and stuff and abuse and trauma and everything that comes behind it, we are somehow we're told that we're supposed to just take it and just accept it and embrace it and always be there to support, to love, to honor, to be around, to work with our family. While I do believe love should never leave, you should always have the ability, if you can, to help your family and be there for them. If it's doing you more harm to do that, then you might have to go away and find your peace, because you're not ready to deal with that. Now, there's some people who are strong enough to deal with the issues of family while at the same time maintain their peace. But not everybody, most people, I would venture to say, can't do that. So you have to make a decision, your peace sometimes even over your family. And I can tell you my experience. My experiences for many years. I have, had in my family, we have had reoccurring trials, reoccurring dilemmas, reoccurring things, problems. And it's been things that's been going on for 25, 30 years, and some more beyond that in certain regards. And I'm the type of person who believes that you can never move forward and have the life that you deserve, the life that you want, the life that you'll cherish and enjoy, if you continue to harbor and hold on and grab onto things of the past over and over and over again in order to continue to relive the trauma and the drama of what you've been experiencing for 25, 30, and sometimes beyond that in your life. So sometimes you have to grow up and move on. And then there's people in our families, sometimes all our families, who have a hard time not only accepting what is and growing from the repetitive cycle of trauma, but they also are in the same spirit and personality and maturity level that they have always been. So they're not showing signs of moving forward. And when you talk to these people, you know it, because they sound like they always have sound. They say things that they have always have said. They are on the same cycle. If it's an angry spirit, the angry spirit is always there. If it's a unforgiving spirit, the unforgiving spirit is always there. If it is a victim spirit, the victim spirit is always there. So every time you talk to that person, no matter who it is, you get those same things over and over and over again. And what happens is it's just the same story. You'll go years of your life experiencing this person the exact same way. There has to be a moment in your life in which you say, I prefer my peace over this drama. I prefer my peace over this situation, and you let go. Peace is undescribable. When you're able to find your peace, find your center, find who you are, and fully accept and love where you are in life, you don't want anybody disturbing that, be it a relationship, be it a friendship, or be it family. So you want to try to maintain that peace, and that peace is important to maintain. Nowadays, we got so many things going on, and it's always been the case with things going on, but it seems like nowadays things are coming more at a rapid rate. The last thing you need to have to deal with is going through certain traumas that you've been going through for 30 years plus years with the same people over the same things over and over and over and over again. There got to be a point in life, in your life, when you decide, I'm over it. I'm done, I'm moving on, and that's it. And it's so interesting because one of my last engagements with a family member, there was a discussion about survival. Right, and I thought I wanted to talk about it. And of course, I'm not going to be specific on who and what the conversation was about, but we're going to talk about, it was about survival. And this particular family member said that's what life's all about. Life's all about survival. Life is all about survival. And it was said just like that in an angry tone multiple times. And I'm thinking in my head, okay. And so I said, wait. I said life shouldn't always be about survival, because the definition of survival, as we wound up reading together, literally denotes that there's an obstacle that you have to overcome. You're overcoming some obstacle. So for example, if you survive a near-death experience, The near-death experience was the obstacle that you overcame. If you survive a disease, the disease was the obstacle that you overcame. Even if it's just surviving, trying to survive out in the wilds if you're stranded. All of this requires some obstacle to be there that you're having to get over. So if life is continually about having to get over obstacles from day to day to day to day to day, that is not a life worth living. That is a horrible life, because you're constantly on edge. Your emotions are constantly tight. I can see how somebody in that mode of thinking is constantly angry, and that they express themselves a lot of times through anger, if they're that type of person. And I also have seen people who have expressed that mindset through depression and through dealing with sadness, and always sad every time you talk to them, or always depressed every time you talk to them, because their minds, life is about survival and about overcoming obstacle by obstacle. That is no quality of life, period. Life should never be about every day trying to survive. Now, I'm not sitting up here saying, and as I told this family member, I'm not sitting here saying that you're not going to go through things in life, that you're not going to have any obstacles in life, and that life is always going to be about roses and rainbows and peace and happiness and joy. That is an unrealistic view of life also. That's one extreme. That's the opposite extreme of always having to survive. You're going to go through stuff, but at the end of the day, at the very end of the day, you have to find a place to where you can enjoy life. And there are some moments in your life to where you're enjoying. Or else this life is a bust. It's a waste. It's a waste. We should not be on a continuum of survival. It just doesn't seem like a good life. And so what happens is, when you're dealing with these types of people, or you're dealing with these types of situations, you rarely figure out how to move on. But once you experience that peace, then you realize, I want that versus this. And I'm going to use the T word, because it applies here. Many times the people that you're dealing with this continual cycle of drama all the time, they're toxic. Yeah, I said it, toxic. So you might have some toxic people in your family. You might have some toxic friends. You might be in a relationship with a toxic person. Hell, you might be that toxic person. But the goal in life is not to live life as a toxic person, because toxic people bring nothing but drama and trauma to everybody they meet, especially people who are intimately close to them, as in families and friends and relationships. But these people are toxic. And there are some people who have gotten addicted to the toxicity, that their lives move and operate and they feel alive, the most alive, when they are living in this toxicity. This particular family member that I'm referring to called me. And generally that's the case when it comes to certain people in my family. They'll call me. The conversation is fine at first, and then as soon as the truth is, as soon as I disagree, or I don't have the same opinion on certain things, it runs into a toxic conversation. In the beginning of the conversation is null and void for some craziness, and it winds up ending in a crazy place. It is the same cycle that I have experienced in my entire life with certain members of my family. And of course, me being honest, I said that to that family member, and it didn't play out well because the family member didn't like that comparison. But at the end of the day, my experiences has been this is my experience of you, and that's what I said. But at the end of the day, we have to realize what is toxic and what is not toxic for us. And the things that are toxic, we have to let go for our peace. And I know that's a hard thing. It's hard to say, oh, let's just let go, family. I just let them go. Let's just let go this relationship. Let's let go this job. Let's let go this friendship. I know that sounds like a hard thing for some of us to do, because most people, I'll venture to say, put their identity in everything around them. So your identity is connected to your family. Your identity is connected to your relationship. Your identity is connected to your friends, connected to that job. And so therefore, with that being out of your life, some of us might not know how to understand who we are without those attachments. But those things are not you. Those things are what you do. That's a group that you're a part of. That's a friendship that you have, but it is not your identity. Your identity is completely different and distinct from that, and you will still have that identity without those toxic things in your life. So as hard as it seems, you guys know my big thing is acceptance, accepting what is. And so when you see someone or something or a situation is toxic, accept the fact that it's toxic. Don't try to talk your way out of it like, well, maybe they were just having a bad day every day. Maybe this job is just, it's hard because of the money every day. Maybe my friends don't really mean it. Really? You have to accept that you're dealing with toxicity. And you have a decision to make within yourself. And remember, you guys always know, I always say, your choice is your power. Never allow anyone or anything to take away your choice. And your choice in this situation is, do I stay indulging, engaging, interacting, being around this toxicity, or am I going to go for my peace? And I'm of the mindset for my own self, my own personal opinion is the peace is a lot more important than anything else, because nothing is worth more than me to have peace. When you look at my life in general, my own personal perspective, I have a list of things that I do. I have businesses that I'm trying to build up and grow up. I have goals that I'm trying to accomplish. I'm still a working professional. I still teach at the colleges. So I have a relationship, and I have, friendships, and I have a bunch of stuff around me in my life, that occupy a lot of my time and that are very important and dear to me and center in my life. Not to mention my whole spiritual life of me praying and meditating and cleansing my spaces and studying spirituality and health and holistic and trying to be better. So I have a lot of stuff that I do. The last thing that I am interested in is engaging with toxicity from a toxic person, toxic situation, or a toxic job, or a toxic whatever. I'd rather just have my peace. Give me my peace, not in pieces. Give me my piece of the pie. No, I want the whole pie. I don't want just a slice. I want my piece whole. I want my piece whole, not in pieces. And so the last thing you want is somebody coming in and engaging and creating an atmosphere. And so what I've learned as I'm getting older is just to say, you know what? I love you. I appreciate you. I honor you. I wish you the best, but you're not for me in this moment. And I'll let you go off into your venture. I'll let you go off into your venture. If it's meant to be that we come back and we try again, we'll come back and we try again. But for right now, I value my peace over whatever this is. I value my peace over this toxic situation. And so I let it go. I release. I allow the universe, God, to take it and to coddle it and to treat it as what it is. And I go and find my peace again. And after this particular conversation with the person I was talking to in my family, I felt my peace draining. It's almost like you feel like like you got hit with bricks, or like hit with a ton of bricks for nothing. Blindsided. Craziness. And that's usually how it happens with me, because I never go into the situation with the expectation of chaos, of arguing, of fighting, no, I always go in with the expectation that this is going to be a loving or a peaceful or just an informative conversation, with the family member. And it turned out to be a mess, and I was heavy. So I turned my gospel music up in my car extremely loud, and I prayed and I meditated, because I needed to purge my inner spirit of all of that toxicity that I was experiencing on the outside, because my peace is super important to me. There are things that are important to me, and on top of the list, definitely in my top 5, is my peace. Definitely, without a doubt. And that comes before so much other things. In many regards, before family sometimes, my peace is a lot more important than that. It is what it is. So know in your life when it is time to let go of something that no longer serves you, Let go of something that is hurting you. Let go of something that is bringing the worst out of you. If it's bringing the worst out of you, if it's hurting you, if it no longer serves you, let it go. So that you can have the peace of mind, the peace of heart, the energetic highness that we all want. Because I believe, as I say all the time, a good life is what we all deserve. That includes you, that includes me, that includes the people around you. All of us deserve a good life. Never let anybody disrupt you on that journey to finding your peace. That's it. That's it. That's it. I had to get on here and talk and put that out here just because that was weighing on me to have this conversation. I was actually intending to have this conversation before the situation happened with the family member, but I guess that was the universe's way of telling me, get out there and have that conversation and talk about this to your people. Just let it out. And this is kind of therapeutic for me too. So I love it. I enjoy it. That's why I do it. I hope you guys enjoy it as much as I enjoy doing it, and send me ideas of things to talk about. I'll be more than happy. I got a lot of them, but I'm more than happy to take suggestions on things. But either way, thank you for being here. Remember to like the video. Remember to subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. Follow me on social media. Go out and look at some of the resources. Go buy the book. The Freedom Prescription is on Amazon. It's been there probably now for some months. Why don't you have it yet? If you don't have it, it's a short book. It's a quick read. It's an easy read, but it's a powerful tool. So go get it. There's so many things out there, and I'm so thankful that I do what I do, and I'm so thankful that you're here to be with me to do what I do. As I always say, I love you, love you, love you all with the greatest, most highest love, the love of Christ, the love of Buddha, the love of nature, the love of God, the love of humanity. And I'll see you in the next video.